Pakistan is synonymous with chaos, but what it faces now is spectacular even by its own poor standards. Almost 50% of its parliament is set to resign, 5-0. These are opposition leaders mulling mass resignation. The Pakistan Democratic Movement is an alliance of 11 opposition parties, and their mass exit might trigger a constitutional crisis in the middle of a pandemic. A meeting of opposition leaders was held today. It went on for hours. Sources tell us the opposition remains united. They're all ready to resign. The details and specifics are still being worked out, though. Here is what happened in the run-up to today's meeting. Maryam Nawaz of the Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz has been at the forefront of this. She told her party leaders, and I'm quoting here, "If we call for resignations from the assemblies, you must be willing to stand by us. Do not fall under any pressure." Maryam Nawaz said this to provincial and National Assembly members of her party. She was addressing them. And if her Twitter account is anything to go by, these leaders have heeded her call. Elected members of the PMLN, that is her party, at the provincial level, have begun handing in their resignations. Maryam Nawaz has made the same appeal to leaders of other opposition parties as well. And if all of them walk the talk, Pakistan will witness an unprecedented situation, with more than half the legislators from across the country resigning in protest against the Prime Minister. Can there be a bigger no-confidence vote against a sitting PM? The campaign against Imran Khan has been gaining momentum for months now. Massive rallies have been held around the country. Leaders like Maryam Nawaz and Bilawal Bhutto Zardari have been leading these rallies, or jalsas as they call them, with speeches critical of the Imran Khan government and the military establishment. Another major rally is scheduled on the 13th of December. That's the coming Sunday. This is at Lahore's Minar-e-Pakistan. The Prime Minister is trying to stop this campaign. His government has refused permission to hold the rally. Imran Khan says the police will book everyone involved. And by everyone, he means not just political leaders and party workers who attend. He promised that he will not spare even the caterer who supplies chairs for this meeting, or those who install mics and speakers at the venue. They will all be booked. The kind of threats that can only be issued in Pakistan. So why is Imran Khan so worked up about this one rally? Because the opposition in Pakistan has joined hands like never before. The Sharifs and the Bhutto Zardaris, the leaders whom Imran Khan put behind bars, they've now closed ranks against him. Imran Khan's only hope is the military that is said to have selected him for the Prime Minister's job. But the military too seems to be gearing up for a shift. Well, they have largely and now openly taken control of the civilian government. And now they want to control Chinese investments in Pakistan to secure China's interests, even if the civilian government collapses. So the Pakistan Army has set its sights on the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, or the CPEC. Later this month, a bill is supposed to hit the floor of the Pakistan Parliament, or whatever is left of it by then. It is called the CPEC Authority Bill, a law that would put a powerful body led by the military in charge of CPEC. What will this bill change? Official control. So right now, CPEC projects are controlled by the Planning and Development Ministry of Pakistan, at least on paper. After the bill is passed, these Chinese projects will be controlled by the CPEC Authority, the same authority that is headed by retired Army General Asim Salim Bajwa, the infamous Pizza General, the man who had to leave the Pakistan government on charges of corruption. This bill is likely to be brought before the Parliament in the second week of December. The idea is very simple. Eliminate the government from all projects related to China. General Bajwa will replace the planning minister as the co-chair of a Pakistan-China joint committee. So here's a question. The army anyway controls everything in Pakistan pretty much. Why does it need these changes? This is to appease the Chinese. They've been unhappy over the progress of CPEC projects, so the Pakistani military is making amends. The military will now officially handle Chinese investments in Pakistan. It's something that China demanded way back in 2016. So the writing is on the wall for Imran Khan. The opposition is gunning for him, and the military will not think twice before disposing of him. Thank you for watching Gravitas on WION's YouTube channel. If you want to stay up to date with what's happening around the world, then subscribe to our channel and don't forget to like and share. Thank you very much for watching WION. World is One.